Why, hello there. My name's David. I'm a digital marketing specialist over at DMS.BLUE, and I've got about 20 years experience working in digital marketing. Um, the reason I'm saying that is because it's directly relevant to this question. What is it like opening up a business in your 20s? Did it succeed or fail? And what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs? I didn't start a business in my 20s, and honestly, I was too busy partying and being a rambunctious guy in my 20s. I did, however, work at quite a number of marketing agencies, advertising agencies, odd jobs, freelancing in between them, and doing lots of other jobs. Really, from as far back as I can recall, and certainly during my 20s, while I was in college, dropping out, going back, and so on. And I really didn't start my own business and really didn't try to, really probably until I was in my 30s. What would I say to young entrepreneurs? I would say that the biggest obstacle that people seem to have toward starting a business in general, and certainly in keeping the business going to the point where it can sustain a family, regardless of whether they're in their 20s, because I see this with people in their 50s and 60s and 70s. I see this with people all walks of life. The biggest problem I see with people trying to run successful businesses, and to me, a successful business is, can you support a family with it? Can you make enough money to live? If you have to go take another job to support this job, it's not a job, it's an expensive hobby. People need to be very, very clear about what they think they want and what they value. And it really makes life so much easier. And if it makes life easier, it makes business easier. And the biggest obstacle I see is people not being clear about what they want, not being honest with themselves, not being totally honest with others about what they really think they value and what they really think they want. If it's just fun and games and having a silly hobby that you enjoy, maybe it's not silly, but it's fun for you, but it's very, very different than a business that needs to make money on a recurring basis. And if it's a business, then the biggest obstacle I see is the need for immediate gratification. And I think a lot of that comes with the advent of social media, where people really need to understand that social media is a means of providing really good content. But if you're a business, you want to market and promote your business using content. Most of the people, my experience has been, are not really actively looking for real friendships and real communications so much as promoting a business, maybe partnerships. And that's if they're really thinking in those types of terms of building a business. But I think the need for immediate gratification is a big obstacle. I would say on a daily basis, I am asked, how much is a website? You know, to some people that may seem like a fair question, but to anybody who's ever run a marketing campaign before on any level, they know that it's really not it's not that kind of question. You're starting a process of promoting a business and you're using a website in tandem with SEO, e-commerce, content marketing, social media, channel creation and content distribution, video creation, commercials, pay-per-click advertising, and so on it goes. If you have a legitimate business that you want to promote. If it's a hobby, again, which a lot of businesses are hobbies, then it's all just done for fun and it really doesn't matter. And you could take 5 years to do something if you want to. And you can try to teach yourself things and take that long road approach. But if the goal is to really make money and become more profitable, established businesses know something that the newer businesses don't know. And what they know is that nothing good in life is free, that everything really takes time and investment, and it requires investment of time and effort and money. Um, so, that's really the lesson that I learned trying to start businesses when I was a good deal younger. That's certainly the lesson I've learned talking to hundreds and hundreds of business owners all around the country, over the last 20 years. Um, it's really important to be clear about what you want and why you want it, what you value, what you don't, and really taking a methodical, long-term approach to reaching real objectives and saying, look, if I need to invest a few grand in order to make back 10 grand or 20 grand in the future, then it's worth it. And I get that a lot of new and small business owners and entrepreneurs don't have money to invest. I get that, I really do. My response to that is you save. You work with someone to pay in increments. You take things in a gradual step-by-step process. Just as if you needed surgery or something and you couldn't afford it, well, obviously you have to get it done. So you work out a payment plan, or you pay in increments, or you put it on your credit card or whatever. But when it comes to marketing, you do it with the expectation that it's going to build your business and bring in more money. So nobody out there should be thinking about building a business and putting a website up or using digital marketing without this thought of, how am I going to make more money? How is this going to build a business? It doesn't mean that you have to be a mercenary. It means, look, I've got to pay bills. The cost of healthcare is going up. Rents are going up. And so on. So you've got to make money in order to run a business. It's just the bottom line. You don't have to take advantage of people, but you do have to be profitable over a prolonged period of time. And most young entrepreneurs seem really obsessed with this idea of immediate gratification, that they're going to build a business overnight. It doesn't happen that way. I've never seen it in my life. There are some companies that seem to shoot up very quickly, but usually there's something else going on. There's someone with really deep pockets who's a family member working with them, or it turns out to be something like Theranos, where it's just not operating the way they say they are. So I hope that answer is helpful. And if you have more questions, call me at 424-DAVID01. You can visit me at DMS.BLUE or submit the question here on Quora. I love answering questions that are business related, and the more complex, the better. So I hope that helps. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.